Yo guys, welcome back to the College Cooking Show. On today's episode, we're sticking with the Asian theme. We're gonna go with like a chicken pork stuffed pepper. It's a little bit Japanese, a little bit Chinese, and very, very delicious. Let's get cooking. I'm a private chef, cook for money, yeah. Let's get started. For this recipe, what you're gonna need. Let's back up a little bit. In Japan, they make this dish with ground chicken and little shishito peppers, which blister up super nice on the grill. You get a nice char, but they're a smaller pepper, they're harder stuff. It's a little bit more tedious. So what I'm gonna do is use a Korean pepper. I know I'm adding another Asian country to the mix. We're gonna use these nice Korean peppers. They have good length. They're still pretty thin, so you can stuff them and they're still gonna cook evenly. You can use a jalapeno, but once you start getting into peppers with a little bit more thickness, you run the risk of the pepper not cooking and then the meat drying out. And China in the Hakkan regions, which is like southern central, like south of Central Asia. I mean, my geography's fucked, but it was the old Han Dynasty area. They do a similar stuffed pepper, but they use pork. So for today, what I'm gonna do is kind of combine the both of them, and I'm gonna do chicken and pork. So you're gonna need ground pork, ground chicken, equal parts. If you wanna do just chicken or just pork, feel free, that's to each his own. I'm gonna do a mix, and then you're gonna need some scallions, some shiitake mushrooms. These I have dried. If you can't find them dried, just get them fresh, no problem at all. Other than that, pretty basic. What else do I have here? I have some ginger, I have some garlic. This is crucial. I have some mirin. This is Japanese cooking wine, like it's Japanese sake, but very, very sweet. So it's sweet cooking wine, it's delicious. It's gonna make a nice glaze, a nice sauce for this. It's also gonna go in, help combine, help make everything nice and pliable. And then some miso. Miso is fermented soybean. This is another Japanese staple. If you can't find miso, don't worry about it. You can omit it from your recipe. It's not crucial, but it is a nice thing to have if you can find it. Soy sauce is gonna tie it all together. And that's basically it, yeah. Let's get going on this one, guys. We're just gonna slice up these scallions. Those can go right in. I have 2 cloves of garlic, and we're just gonna bash them all together because I don't feel like chopping, I don't feel like mincing. Same thing with the ginger. That goes all right in. And that bashed up ginger and garlic can be added to the chicken and the pork. We're gonna take our mushrooms, and these are dried, so I'm gonna rehydrate them. And the reason I'm using dried mushrooms is because when you rehydrate them, you get a little more flavor. You concentrate the flavor. When you dry something out, it's gonna be a more intense flavor. So when you bring it back to life, you have all that flavor from the drying in there. So what we're gonna add to that is some mirin. We're gonna go in with 2 tablespoons of mirin. We want some moisture in here just because it's gonna help everything bind and stick together. You could use an egg. An egg would substitute, like anytime you're binding meat together, you want like some liquids. And then to that, we're gonna add a tablespoon of soy sauce and then a tablespoon of miso paste. Some salt. Let's give that all a stir now. Look at that though, that's looking good. That looks beautiful, that's a nice mixture. Let's get the peppers prepped and wash my hands. Just slice and then just scoop out any seeds, anything on the inside. Not that they're spicy in this pepper particularly, but just because they're gonna get in the way of our filling. Our peppers are all clean, my board's clean now. These mushrooms are definitely ready to go. We're gonna slice these up. If you don't like mushrooms, if that's not your thing, fine, fuck it, omit them from the recipe. All right, once you have all those mushrooms sliced up, we can add it right to our chicken and pork mix. Oh, it smells fucking awesome. This is gonna be delicious. Give that one last stir, and then we can get to stuffing the peppers. Let's take a good amount of that stuffing and then go in with a knife first. Kind of open your pepper, and then using clean hands, just kind of shove the rest in. Make sure it's nice and full. You want a little bit sticking out because that's going to be a nice char on the grill. All right, so once the peppers are all stuffed, it's time to cook them. Now, you can do this on a pan in a skillet, totally fine. I have an electric grill inside, so I'm going to use that. If you have an outdoor grill, even better. We're going to set it to a medium-low heat. You really want to go lower heat with these because the problem is if you cook it on too high of a heat and cook too fast, the outside is going to cook and the inside is going to get raw. So go lower heat on this recipe. That is the key. And then once those are on, we'll give that thing a close. They're going to cook now for about 5 minutes on that side. We'll flip them to about 5 minutes on the other side so they cook through. In the meantime though, I'm going to do a quick cleanup and then we're going to make a sauce. Just going to start with a little bit of brown sugar and then going with that mirin. About 2 tablespoons, just kind of cover the brown sugar. Some soy sauce. Let's go equal parts soy sauce with equal parts mirin. And then oyster sauce. This is where it gets a little bit more Chinese again too. This is a Chinese sauce. It was invented in China. I think it's used throughout Asia now, but originally invented in China way, way back when. It's actually made with oysters. The story is something like a chef fucked up. He was boiling oysters all night and like forgot it was simmering in the pot, and then went the next day and tasted this like beautiful, rich sauce, and then bang, that's how you got oyster sauce. There's a lot of things that in cooking that are made that way by accident. Actually, I think like science works that way too. People kind of just fuck up and then, oh shit, we invented geometry. And then we're gonna go in now with a little bit of that shiitake mushroom liquid, that water, and then let's give that all a mix, stir that up, and then reduce it down, and that'll be our sauce. I'm looking for a spoon. Fuck. It's clean. Oh, now let's go in with some chili flakes. We got a little bit of heat. We have a lot of sweetness going on, so I want to balance it out with a little bit of heat. We're gonna taste that and we'll go from there. We might have to balance it out with some vinegar. I'm not exactly sure yet. This is the first time sauce, but I think it'll be delicious. That's good. Sweet, it could use a little bit more spice. So let's go in, let's see what else I have that's spicy. You know what I got? Bang! This is some wicked hot African sauce I got from Zaw when I was in Zimbabwe. It's delicious, but it's very hot, so we're just gonna use a little bit of the oil from it. Just a few drops, that's all you need. It's fucking hot. That's just me adding that. You're obviously not gonna have African Zimbabwe hot sauce lying around, but if you have some hot sauce, you can add a touch of that. I want to get it a little bit thicker because I'm gonna pour it on at the end, so I'm gonna add a tablespoon of cornstarch to that. That's just gonna thicken it up. And I'll let that cook down for about 3 minutes, just until it all starts to thicken up. You can see now, look, we have this thick, kind of glossy, almost honey-like sauce. Let's see if they're ready for a flip. Money. Now look at that, with that nice sauce we made. Look, let's give that just dab. All right, the peppers are done. It smells amazing in this kitchen. You can just smell it. They're blistering. They're ready to go. Let's take a look. Oh my God, gorgeous. Look at these. Beautiful. See that? Look at that. Nice blister going right there. Oh, just a pocket of flavor. Look at that. Look at that. For the sauce pour, we're going to go right on top and just glaze those. Let's get that slow motion for this camera. Yep, just glaze. Beautiful. And if you want, just touch it up with a brush. Just do a little Picasso. But you don't even need to. That sauce is phenomenal. Out of this world. All right, we gotta eat. We gotta eat these. Let's go in for a bite. Oh my God. There's so much flavor in that. Hold on, I gotta get another bite. That is delicious. That sauce. Give me all that sauce. Give me that sauce. That sauce is fantastic. That is a great dipping sauce. Holy shit. Wow, guys. These are incredible. I'm going for another one. The texture's there, the flavor's there, just the smell, the aroma's there in the kitchen. These are incredibly easy to do. 12 minutes on the grill, about 10 minutes of prep. You're just slicing a few things up, you're mashing, and then you're putting it into a pepper. Not much to it, and guess what? These are a fun way to mix it up. Serve these on a platter, serve these as an hors d'oeuvre, as a party gift. I mean, I don't know if you're giving out gifts of food at parties. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to do. Guys, just make this fucking food. You'll thank me later. I'll see you next time on the College Cooking Show. I'm Chef Donny. Peace out.